presentation of the afternoon is Luciano Castillo, and his topic is the energy corridor along the U.S.-Mexican border, changing the conversation.
Thank you, Cliff. It is indeed a great honor to be this afternoon here. I first would like to acknowledge my team, Wally Tiner, Rosalie Clauson, David Warsinger, Jay Gore, and Dave Niyogi. What we want to do here is to change the conversation. In the next 7 minutes or so, we hope to do that. When you look at this picture, you basically cannot ignore to see a lot of controversy around it from many points of view, including your political tension, including the fact that we have the longest shutdown in the US government as a consequence of this. You could also see the word mass migration, climate change, and there are many issues that could come to this, including human trafficking. But we want to change that negative rhetoric to something positive. We want to change from us versus them to all of us. In fact, Mexico is the third trading partner of US at $612 billion in 2017. And this is actually very close to Canada. So there are many, many reasons why we want to change the conversation here. First, this is what we're looking at. We want to convert the desert into a beautiful oasis. But what do I mean by that? We want to replace the rhetoric of a concrete, passive wall to something that will create the biggest innovation corridor ever built in the world. By doing what? Bringing energy, solar, wind, natural resources. We want to take advantage of the greatest resources in the region that exists here. And then we want to be able to create this oasis, but also enhance security. So basically, we're going to be creating opportunities in this region. A lot of the mass migration that is taking place because people are looking for what? Opportunities. And this is what we're going to be able to do here. This is what we're creating, the opportunity corridor. And I'm going to go briefly over this, but you could see there are big deposits of oil and petroleum in Texas. You have a big drought regions that exist, lack of water. So basically, by taking a lot of the water from the Pacific and the Brackish region, you could desalinate it, and you could bring water to the region. And then you have one of the biggest solar irradiation in the zone and best wind resources that exist in the United States. So we're going to leverage all of that to bring energy, water, by creating, and then we're going to create economic development in the region. Our team, let's look at this. What we have assembled is a diverse team with expertise in energy, water, agriculture, policy, and climate change. Collectively, we have created 12 startups, over 1,000 journal papers, 18 patents, 10 books, and combined age index of 170. We also have a combined work years over 50 years. So we have a diverse expertise. More importantly, since we started talking about this, even though we wrote this 2 years ago, since we started talking about this in February, we have seen 25 publications, 1 in Scientific American, 2 TV appearances, and President Daniels just wrote an article in Washington Post about this concept. What we're talking about here, friends, is about changing the conversation and making an impact at Purdue at a larger scale. We also have a consortium that includes Caltech, Stanford, and many other universities. How are we going to do this? Well, this is our approach. First, during the year 1, we're going to integrate 3 basic new technologies that we have developed, including one that is a bio-inspired surface that allows to reduce the drag and improve the performance of wind turbines. Number 2, we're going to include this. One of the major challenges in wind energy, the gearboxes break in many cases in 5 years. We're going to change that by bringing a hydraulic system from the top all the way to the ground and drive the direct reverse osmosis system. My colleague, David Warsinger, created a new patent that will allow us to do reverse osmosis with 30% less energy intensity. With all of these 3 technologies, we believe we could provide new technologies to the region. Number 2, our expert, Wally Tiner, has great techno-economic analysis that we're going to bring to the table. It is very important that we show the possible economics businesses that this indeed is viable and that they could be making money out of this. And again, remember this, by integrating wind with natural gas, solar, and to do cost-effective the water, we could actually not only change the conversation, Think about the future with climate change. We will be solving a problem in the future by bringing water to the Southwest. Number 3, we're going to provide a master plan that other economics, business people could bring to the region. Year 2, and you see a prototype outside, we could reduce the cost of desalination by 30%. This wind turbine, the analysis we have done, we have shown we could reduce the cost of energy roughly by 24%. This is for offshore applications. And then we're going to deploy this prototype in different regions in the US border coast. In essence, this is what we're doing, friends. We're using the unique resources from the region to create opportunities to reduce mass migration. We believe that Purdue, by deploying this project in that region, will not only help change the conversation between US and Mexico, this project could be deployed to other parts of the world. And this is, I'm going to shift this. Let me go to the last part because this is where the fun begins. All right. We're working right now with the Discovery Park to deploy a $100 million MacArthur Foundation proposal in August. 2, we're going to look at proposed funding from DOE and NSF. This in green because we're working right now on them. We're working with JCAN, with the private donors, to look for funding for this project. Number 4, we want to present in Congress. We want to help change the conversation besides deploying this big idea and help change the language in US and Mexico. Number 5, we have already a partnership with Maiva. This is an investment company in Mexico. So we believe that we're in a great position to make a big impact, not just for us, not only in the way research is done, because think about this. You're looking at this, that we're going to integrate energy, water, and food. This is a new science that we will develop as part of this project for what? Human crisis. And this is the rhetoric that we want to bring here. We want to change the language from concrete, passive war to energy corridor opportunities. Now, why Purdue? Well, today I was just looking at, and yesterday, at some of the interviews that we're having. As Purdue, as a land-grant university, is to create a public impact. We already have a consortium of 32 people, including National Academy of Engineering, National Academy of Science. We're actually doing a What Is Festival in August, where we're going to invite governors, Secretary of Energy, Secretary of State to come here at Purdue. We want to cement Purdue, and these are the words of President Daniels, as a world leader in humanitarian grand challenges. We're actually submitting a proposal to participate in the Paris Peace Forum. In essence, all of this visibility that we have received, including one in Scientific American, this is the article written by President Daniel, where he said, a genuine big idea. And I'm hoping, and we're hoping, that this could change not only the conversation, but that we could make an impact that Purdue, as a land-grant institution, will be a leader. Thank you so much.